Let's talk about extremism for a second. Lila, I read or heard that you said that women who are raped should be forced to carry their pregnancies to term. I think we have a clip we're going to roll.
They're going to say, wow, that was a redemptive part of this suffering. That was something that helped to redeem it. But abortion adds more violence to that violent act of rape.
Are you really telling women that they should be forced by the government to carry their rapists' babies?
This is the way that I would answer that, Sally. When a woman is raped, that's a horrible injustice against her. The rapist should be held to the fullest extent of the law, liable for that, culpable for that. The woman needs healing and the support of her community. But an abortion doesn't unrape a woman. An abortion just adds more violence on top of that first violence that she endured. And you look at the stories of someone like Rebecca Kiesling, a woman who was conceived in rape, and she says, should I have received the death penalty for the crimes of my father? I mean, if your father did something bad in his life, should you receive the crime? Should you receive the penalty for his crime? That's not fair. I mean, I think all of this comes down to this question. What is the life in the womb? What is the life in the womb? Is it a human life? Is it a life? Science and
Lila,
reason teaches us
you are
it's a life.
saying specifically,
so we should recognize the human rights of this whole group of people that we've denied rights for, and so we're dismembering them, we're poisoning them, we're ripping them apart. You mentioned, Sally, late-term abortion. I want to address that real quick. Late-term abortion is horrific, but all abortion is horrific. Even in the first trimester, keep in mind, heart's beating at 3.5 weeks.
We're not going to get into that right now. I want to go back and
why not?
That you're saying you are saying in effect that the rapist should have more rights than the woman to decide what happens to that.
The rapist isn't allowed to kill that child either. The rapist isn't allowed to kill anybody.
Isn't it
no one's allowed to kill anybody?
That we live in a country where Lila Rose could decide that she would choose to carry her rapist pregnancy to term, but her version of morality doesn't actually dictate what I can choose to do in that moment. And that's what religious liberty is about. It's about you getting to choose what would be right for you in that circumstance. But I don't get to tell you what to do, and you don't get to tell me.
But Ilyse, I agree with you until the point where your rights end where another person's rights begin. And there is another life in the womb. When you conceive, you now have a person inside of you. This is a beautiful thing, but this is a question.
What you believe. That is not what the
science and reason teaches us this. When you conceive, there is an individual, unique, distinct human being that just needs time and nourishment to grow.